Welcome everyone to the AEW Control Center. I'm Tony Schiavone. AEW Dynamite's Bash of the Beach will continue tonight. We'll be on board Chris Jericho's Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea for an episode of AEW Dynamite like no other. Last week in Miami, 4 tag teams squared off in a 4-way match to try to earn a title shot. And in the end, the uneasy duo of Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega prevailed.
Hey, it should be every man for himself.
That's it, right? That should be.
Oh, wow. Look at this teamwork here. The Young Bucks have taken over.
It should be every man for himself, but those ties run so deep in the elite. It's hard to take your mind out of that, how to take yourself out of that frame of mind.
That's like second nature to him.
The Bucks were going for the Meltzer driver, but Trent reversed it. He shoved Nick to the outside. Super kick caught by Chuck Taylor. Chuck with the waist lock. Hangman tags in. And now Hangman's the legal man with Chuck Taylor.
Yeah. And
Whoa!
The Bucks have done a lot of heavy lifting here and turned the corner. And that V-trigger knee by Omega.
And now the buckshot V-trigger combination. 1, 2, 3.
How about that?
Our winners of this match, the team of Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page.
I gotta admit, there's a great effort by Page and Omega, but quite honestly, guys, the Young Bucks did most of the heavy lifting coming down the stretch to put Beretta in the position he was in.
But Hangman and Omega, we saw Hangman leaving Kenny Omega out to dry last week when Omega went to attend on Michael Nakazawa. We understand is in good physical condition. We'll be competing tonight, and the Young Bucks upset.
They got a right to be upset, but they can't blame anybody but themselves, because that's how it's going to go in these local tag matches.
That's right, and you have the idea is to win and move on, and that's exactly what Hangman and Kenny did.
Now tonight on the Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea, Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega will get their shot at the World Tag Team title against the champs SCU. After their win, things got a little confrontational last week backstage.
SCU, we now know you'll be facing Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page on the Jericho Cruise next week for the tag team titles. Any reaction to this, guys?
Jen, we're the World Tag Team Champions.
What up, Doctor? How you guys doing?
What are you doing?
Huh?
Dude,
oh
hey,
God, I'm sorry, man. Hey, I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. Hey, don't touch me, man.
Touch me.
Huh?
Why'd you come up here,
I'll
man?
whoop your ass, huh? I won't wait till next week to whoop your ass. Huh? I want both your asses, huh? I want both 3 your asses, huh?
What are you waiting for?
Get out! I'll take care of this, Hangman. You'll have to excuse my friend. He's on adrenaline high. He's feeling a little frisky.
He's on a whiskey high. It's not adrenaline, kitty. Come on.
With all due respect, we respect you guys. Fellow singles wrestlers that became tag team specialists. So next week on the cruise, let's have a gentleman's contest.
Better.
Wish you the best of luck. Sorry about the shirt. Hangman, let's go.
Whoop your asses.
We'll see you next week.
Dude, get out of here, man. Get out of here. I'm gonna send you my cleaning bill.
We continue now on the Control Center. We look at the women's division. Here is Lexi Nair.
Thanks, Tony. This past week on AEW Dynamite's Bash at the Beach, the team of Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida came ready, looking for revenge, as they faced off against the Nightmare Collective's Randy Rhodes and Mel.
I don't know about this decision. She's letting Statlander get up to her feet, and she's letting Statlander come to her, but just as I say that, now Shida comes in. Hikaru Shida climbing up to the top rope.
Wow, this will make some noise.
Giggs! Avalanche suplex and Statlander with a running knee strike. 1, 2, oh.
Well, only a 1 count.
Wow. Oh!
Man, look at this.
Knee to the back of the head. And now Statlander standing moonsault press.
I don't
1,
think she can wear the
2,
count.
no! Randy got by Hikaru Shida in order to break up the pinning predicament.
Guys, this is a heck of a competitive match.
Look at gut wrench, modified gut wrench that Mel just kind of shook off.
I think Statlander was looking.
Oh, wow, she is big and powerful.
A lot of range, a lot of leverage advantage.
Big wingspan, too.
Statlander was looking for that Big Bang Theory, but Mel was able to escape. But no, look at this, Statlander. Oh, the strength of Statlander.
You kidding me? Look at this.
Oh. Boom! right on the crown of the head. 1, 2, 3.
The winners of this match, the team of Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander.
Well, the #1 ranked woman in AEW and the #3 ranked woman overcoming the odds to defeat the Nightmare Collective here on AEW Dynamite.
Although it was a tag team match, the win has helped Shida solidify herself as the #1 contender to the AEW Women's World Championship. As of last week, Shida had moved ahead of Statlander and Nyla Rose and is now in the top 5 of the women's rankings. Here's another athlete who is on the rise of the women's division, Big Swole, who came up with her first win of 2020 recently on Dark.
Big Swole sending Diamante into the ropes, comes across with a right-handed lariat test. Big Swole in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and Big Swole, you see that intensity in her eyes. She don't waste no motion, going right back on Diamante.
Look at this, Diamante, those right hands to the midsection, rights and lefts. The unprotection midsection. Oh, look at that. Swole blocked.
Quickness right there by Swole. Quick feet.
Oh, roundhouses exchanged.
Jump.
Oh, and
the headbutt was sweet.
Diamante, very unsteady on her feet, throws a wild lariat. Swing.
Oh, watch out.
Here we go. Oh, the dirty dancing.
Goodbye.
1,
Goodbye.
2, 3. Big Swole. Huge victory here.
With Big Swole making her mark in the competition and the Native Beast coming off of her suspension, I think it's safe to say that 2020 is shaping up to be an extremely competitive year in AEW. So you guys, that's a look at what's happening this week in the women's division of All Elite Wrestling. I'm Lexi Nair.
After what transpired on AEW Dynamite 2 weeks back when Jon Moxley turned down the lucrative offer to join the Inner Circle, we all knew there would be retribution. However, we were not prepared for how far AEW World Champion Chris Jericho would go. Moxley had just defeated Sammy Guevara, earned his chance to wrestle in a #1 contenders match against either Pac or Darby Allin on Dynamite. Then all this went down.
So we know now Moxley will be on the ship next week. He'll be in the #1 contenders match, but will it be against Pac or will it be against Darby Allin? We'll find that out tonight, as we said.
Rockin' Rager at sea, hard to do.
We thought Sammy Guevara had this in the bag. Oh,
well, business just picked up in Miami, Florida, because apparently Le Champion is going to make his presence felt.
You knew what happened last week would not go unanswered, JR.
Wait a minute, I can't see a damn thing.
Thank God for lights on cameras now. At least we can see some semblance of something. The arena,
Oh my God. Look at this. Moxley's trapped.
4 of them.
Jericho, Santana Ortiz, and Hager.
and look at this. Moxley just charges in, but the numbers so quickly overwhelming him.
You knew Moxley would not run.
No.
He will stand and fight for better or for worse, and I got a feeling it's going to be for the worse. Insult to major injury. Look, there's...
Hager. Oh, my God.
With the running start.
The undefeated MMA fighter, Jake Hager, the strong arm of the champion. Wait a minute.
Jericho.
Oh, for God's sake.
Jericho's got that spike off his jacket.
For God's sake.
With the spike in his hand.
Look at Jericho's face. Look at his face.
That says it all, doesn't it?
No, it does. It's scary. Oh, my God! Did Jericho just hit him in the eye? Tell me that did not happen. Tell me.
I'm afraid it did, JR.
Where are the trainers? Dr. Sampson in the ring. That's our ringside physician. This is serious business.
Yes, it is serious business.
It looked like it went in his eye area. I think that's where we were.
Then after that scene where Moxley needed medical attention, this interview with Chris Jericho in the Inner Circle took place with Jen Decker.
Could have ended Moxley's career. But I want to talk to you.
Oh, you want to talk to me? That's great, because I want to talk to you too. I want to talk to the whole world, because what happened tonight was not the Inner Circle's fault. This was not Chris Jericho's fault. This was solely on the head of Jon Moxley. We offered him the keys to the kingdom. Instead, he slapped us in. He smashed a bottle of champagne on my head, and as a result, he signed his own death warrant. Right? Moxley's a rebel. He's a wild man. Moxley has no regard for anything. But that's the reason why we had to take him out, eye for eye, right? It's that reckless abandon that put him in the position that he's in today. So we're going to keep an eye on you, Mox, because you only got one left. And Pac and Darby Allin can thank me as well, because tonight, whoever wins their match goes straight to Le Champion. Because I kicked the crap out of Jon Moxley. I'll kick the shit out of Jon Moxley. And next week on the Jericho cruise, we're going to do the same thing to the Jurassic Express. I'm going to continue embarrassing Jungle Boy just like I did when I beat him in front of his family. I'm going to pick him up by his ankles. I'm going to swab the deck with that rat's nest hair of his. And we're going to put him in the same position that we put Jon Moxley tonight. So we'll see you next week, Jurassic Express. And we'll see you around, Moxley. Even though you can't really see us, can you? Let's go, boys.
You got that?
Wow.
Arr.
Hit me up.
Moxley was to go on to face the winner of Pac and Allin. Pac was victorious at the end of AEW Dynamite. We were still, though, unsure of the condition of Moxley when this all happened.
So it's now set for next week. The Chris Jericho Rockin' Rager at Sea, Part 2, part of Bash of the Beach. Pac, Jon Moxley to go at it to see who will. I'm sorry.
No. Tony, enough. What you need to do is congratulate the new #1 contender for the AEW Championship.
Well, the fact is, next week you will wrestle Jon Moxley.
Whoa. You saw for yourself, Tony. Jon Moxley is clearly physically incapacitated, which in layman's terms means a forfeit. So you are looking at the #1 contender. And as for Chris Jericho, just know this. I'm coming for you, Chris. And when I win the AEW Championship, the funny thing is...
I'm sorry. We have to... I've been told. I apologize. We got to go back and back. Something's going on backstage.
Jon Moxley being loaded into an ambulance.
Bloody towel.
Doc Sampson getting in with him, taken to a hospital.
They're telling him to...
Look, Moxley...
What the hell's going on there? Oh, my God.
Look.
Moxley's eye covered, protected. He's walking toward the ring. He's coming our way.
Jon Moxley coming out of the ambulance.
Defiantly, courageously, Jon Moxley said, "The hell with my eye. I'm going to fight next week. I'm going to be the #1 contender. And when I get Jericho in the ring, I'm going to whip his ass."
It ain't going down like that, brother. I don't care if I'm blind, if I got one eye, no eyes. I don't care if I'm half dead. I will be there next week. I will kick your ass, because that title shot belongs to me.
Oh, wow. Get control, guys.
Jon Moxley will be there tonight, and he and Pac will go one-on-one to determine the #1 contender for Chris Jericho's AEW World Championship. Also, as you heard, Jericho will team with Santana and Ortiz to face Jurassic Express. Let's not forget, it was not that long ago when Jungle Boy lasted 10 minutes in the ring with Le Champion. This should be a very interesting 6-man tag team match. This and so much more for a very special edition of AEW Dynamite tonight. originating from Chris Jericho's Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea Part 2. The event, like no other, will be on TNT. Speaking of TNT, all of us here at All Elite Wrestling, needless to say, are very excited about the news that broke last week. AEW Dynamite has been renewed by TNT through 2023. Additionally, it's been announced that as part of this extension, TNT will air AEW on a second night in addition to Wednesday's AEW Dynamite. More details will be coming soon on that second show. AEW thanks our great partners at Warner Media for their support and confidence in all of us, and a big thank you to all of our wrestling fans. Thank you for your overwhelming support that has made this possible. Don't forget to join us tonight on the deck of Chris Jericho's Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea Part 2. A very, very special AEW Dynamite, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. The whole crew will be there bringing you great AEW action in a setting never before seen. And I'm Tony Schiavone in the AEW Control Center.